hard bondage. In this you shall know that the Lord is
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do it! We're here! We're back! Word up!
Can't do my job. You can't get fresher than this.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 5 greatest heroes. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
When it comes, I won't even notice.
Oh, how so?
I'll be too busy looking good.
You can't understand!
What's going on, YouTubeites? Welcome to Lords of the Long Box and another Wolf Blitzer. Welcome to the Situation Room. Man, shout out to all you guys. There's already 98 of you in the live chat. Man, this was last minute notice. My man Mikey Sutton just sometimes tells me, hey man, I need to go to Wolf Blitzer on this. And I said, okay, let me wake up from my midwinter slumber nap. Take a nap when you guys get older, man. It feels so much better. But yeah, man. So this is in regards to the MCU and some Black Panther news that Mikey got a source on. So as usual, I need to turn into the Sorcerer Supreme. You like that? My collar's not used. I used to be able to pop my collar a lot better. But before we get started, when we got a scoop, you know what we got to do, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
All right, the cannonball is out of the way. Let me read this. I'll just take up about 10-15 minutes of your time. I'll answer as many questions as I can. This is from my man Mikey Sutton from Geekositymag.com. So make sure you guys check him out. The article will drop in about 30 minutes after this. So you guys are getting the first scoop before it even hits Geekositymag.com, coming from yours truly. That's the perks of membership, man. So make sure you subscribe and all that good stuff. Ring the bell, like, dislike, whatever. As long as you're on here, that's all that matters. So you guys can see what we're doing, man. So, all right, this is my man Mikey Sutton from Geekositymag.com, and I will read it verbatim. He just sent it to me. I got it 5:21 p.m. It's 5:34 right now. So I'm going to read through this. Forgive me for any hiccups along the way. I've only read through it once, so let me take a sip of my Cavassier. Refreshing. All right, here we go. Michael B. Jordan could be the next Black Panther, but not just T'Challa. As the script for Black Panther 2 continues to be written, plans for the sequel are still evolving after the sudden passing of star Chadwick Boseman on August 28, 2020 from colon cancer. Wow, man, it's already been August 20. Oh, man, it's like August 28th he passed away. It just seems like yesterday. Anyway, in November, Mikey scooped that T'Challa's sister Shuri, played by Letitia Wright, is being planned to be the next Black Panther. While Shuri becoming Black Panther is still inevitable, when the transition happens is now in question. Insiders tell me that Disney is concerned about the abrupt shift from Boseman to Wright to be jarring to the general public. There's also the question of whether Shuri deserves to inherit the mantle instead of rightfully earning it. People recently spoke to Michael B. Jordan about possibly appearing in Black Panther 2. He stated, quote, "To be in that world again would be something that I think will always be on the table in some capacity," unquote. As the villainous Killmonger in 2008's Black Panther, Jordan received universal acclaim. In fact, his sympathetic portrayal made a number of fans even side with his character philosophically. Killmonger died at the end of Black Panther 2. Spoiler. Sources inform me that Killmonger will be revived in Black Panther 2 for a redemption arc. He would then become the new Black Panther and gradually train Shuri to take the role in the future. Having Jordan back as Black Panther would then also fulfill Marvel Studios' desire to set him up with the mutant from the mutant Storm in a subsequent movie. It's unknown how Killmonger will be brought back to life from. It's unknown how Killmonger will be brought back from the dead. There's also the possibility of him originating from a parallel Earth, with the MCU entering multiverse territory. So there's a lot of different ways of doing this. Writer-director Ryan Coogler has several options on the table for Jordan. Jordan was close friends with Boseman, and whatever choice he makes will certainly be respectful to his memory. Let me just open it up now. I'll look at the live chat and see if I can answer any questions for you. So if you remember, there was talks where Chadwick Boseman, or excuse me, Michael B. Jordan didn't want to do it out of respect for Chadwick Boseman. But, I think as time goes by, it's just like the saying, time heals wounds. And I think Boseman is perhaps saying, you know what, I can really pay respect to my friend. And he's really close with Ryan Coogler. I think they've done 3 projects together now. So, I think the fan base would love to see Michael B. Jordan as Black Panther. I mean, he definitely has a physicality for it. He definitely has the acting chops for it. I've always said I don't think Shuri has the physicality to pull off a Black Panther. I mean, if you saw her in Avengers Endgame, my God, she is really skinny. So you have the suspension of belief for her to be Black Panther and, muscle up or whatever. But I mean, we know, this is what we know so far. We know that T'Challa is not going to be recasted, meaning another actor is not going to take the role of T'Challa in the Black Panther. So in the comics, as you guys all know in the live chat, that you know there's been multiple characters that have held the mantle of Black Panther. Obviously the first appearance of Killmonger. Anybody in the live chat could tell me what if Killmonger actually ever took on the mantle of Black Panther in the comics? I'm not quite sure about that, but I think this would be a win-win, because when Chadwick Boseman passed away, immediately websites started talking about, they didn't even wait for him to be buried before they already started speculating about who was going to take his place. And I think all the creators had to take some time to allow them to mourn the loss of their friend, family, their brother, husband, a father, so, and I think now, they eventually, unfortunately, the plans eventually have to move on. They still have a lot of time to write it out. And like Mikey said, with Into the Multiverse of Madness and the opening up of parallel universes and parallel characters and all these different things. I mean, we've already seen people be brought back to life with gems, with the stones, Infinity Stones. So there's a lot of different ways they could do it. And I think people would be happy to see Chadwick Boseman in the live chat. So we're at 167 people watching. So I think there's a lot of new people that have just joined the live chat. So I'm going to read it one more time, like I usually do, since we're live, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to read it one more time for you folks just joining. I'll read the scoop. So you'll get the
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
All right. Shout out to everybody. Yo, shout out. That's my cousin right there. What up? What up, David? My cousin David Vo. Shout out to David. Works at the UFC centers. Shout out to my cousin. Finally could watch your cuz do his thing, man. Shout out to my man Sil in the house. Here for the scoops. We'll talk about it on your show tomorrow morning, man. All right, so here we go. This is from my man Mikey Sutton. I'm going to read it verbatim. Michael B. Jordan could be the next Black Panther, but just not T'Challa. As the script for Black Panther 2 continues to be written, plans for the sequel are still evolving around the sudden... plans for the sequel were still evolving after the sudden passing of star Chadwick Boseman on August 28th from colon cancer in 2020. In November, I scooped that T'Challa's sister Shuri, played by Letitia Wright, is being planned to be the next Black Panther. While Shuri becoming Black Panther is still inevitable, when the transition happens is now in question. Insiders tell me that Disney is concerned about the abrupt shift from Boseman to Wright would be jarring to the general public. There's also the question of whether Shuri deserves to inherit the mantle instead of rightfully earning it. People recently spoke to Jordan about possibly appearing in Black Panther 2. He stated, quote, "To be in that world again is something that I think will always be on the table in some capacity," unquote. As a villainous Killmonger in 2018's Black Panther, Jordan received universal acclaim. In fact, his sympathetic portrayal made a number of fans even side with his character philosophically. Killmonger died at the end of Black Panther. Sources informed me that Killmonger could be revived in Black Panther 2 for a redemption arc. He would then become the new Black Panther and gradually train Shuri to take the role in the future. Having Jordan as Black Panther would then also fulfill Marvel Studios' desire to set him up with the mutant Storm in a subsequent movie. And it's unknown how Killmonger would be brought back from the dead. There's also a possibility of him originating from a parallel Earth with the MCU entering multiverse territory. Writer-director Ryan Coogler has several options on the table for Jordan. Jordan was close friends with Boseman, and whatever choice he makes will certainly be respectful to his memory. So that's it in a nutshell, boys and girls. So it looks like I think this is one of the options that everybody was like down for when they heard when the unfortunate passing of Chadwick Boseman. They were like, you know what, let's get Killmonger, just bring him back from the dead. People just thought like, that's kind of funny, but hey man, if you read comics, people die and come back all the time. Now with time travel, the multiverses and everything, I think there's a lot of different things you could do. For one, I think this is the best choice, I think, because he wore the Black Panther suit already, and Black Panther, like I said, I don't think Shuri is right. Shuri is better as the person in the chair, so to say, as people in comics know, the person in the chair, or the Q to James Bond, right? The one that gives him all his tech toys and gives him the kind of voice in the ear. And I just don't think she has a physicality. I don't know if she does the acting chops, to be honest with you. I really haven't seen her in that much. But Michael B. Jordan, Oscar nominated, has killed it in numerous roles. I think this is the kind of thing that they could definitely do. They still have plenty of time to think about what the plans of going forward on this. There's already weirdness on WandaVision. It's going to get even weirder with Into the Multiverse of Madness. So really, they could pull any Black Panther. I mean, recently, if you saw our top 10 list, people have been speccing alternate version of T'Challa and Storm's son was going to be in it, and maybe that's what they thought with this leak was coming, that Michael B. Jordan was somehow going to be a son, but it could set something up in the future where Michael B. Jordan and Storm have a kid, and then that character comes. So there may be something to that spec, even though it's way down the road, and nothing is concrete yet for Black Panther 3. But we've had on this show, we've talked about it numerous times, that Storm would debut in the Black Panther films eventually. Shout out to Thanura Ravindra for the $2 super chat. Shuri as Black Panther would work if she lived post-snap. There you go. That makes sense. So tell us what you guys think in the comments below after the video posts. And that's it, man. So nice and short. Black Panther is in talks to return for Black Panther 2 to take on the role of to take on the mantle of Black Panther. In the interim, have a redemption arc. People want to see him as a good guy, and I think he could pull it off. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes from there, boys and girls. So I want to thank you guys all for joining me for this really quick 15-minute video, short and sweet, right to the point. That's how we scoop it sometimes. You just got to go live. Like Bill O'Reilly said, Evitt, just go live. All right. So we will see you guys tomorrow for the weekly cover price Shakers, 6 p.m. Me, Discovery Bay, JB from Discovery Bay Comics, and Otto from 3 Men in the Basement will be rocking at 6 p.m. tomorrow. To make sure to check out the weekly Comic Shakers list. It is a wild list tomorrow. So until next time, boys and girls, keep digging in them long bosses, and peace out.
Now let's do this.
Rewind, select and come again. Pull up that from the top to the very last. Jump.
Who are you to make their lives bitter in hard bondage? In this you shall know that the Lord is update. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do it. We're here. We're back.
Get supercharged. You can't get fresher than this.
great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 5 greatest heroes. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
When it comes, I won't even notice.
Oh, how so?
I'll be too busy looking good.
You can't understand.